I'm assuming this handle is part of the bag for something. Oh, it's not. Okay. Okay, so there's two boxes in here. So we're gonna do this one first. We're gonna do that one first. So this looks like it's the first aid kit. You can see. Manufactured by Swiss Products, Swiss Safe. Yep. First aid kit. Again, it just goes through all the stuff that's in it. This, it's got tape on it, of course it does. Oh, I knocked the camera over. Sorry guys, I didn't even realize. This up. So, this is your first aid kit. It's very hard side, which is nice. Let's pull it out. Come on. Box over there. So as you can see, it's just like standard hard first aid kit. Warning: keep away from children. Plastic bag, suffocation, all that. Okay. Just put a tag here. It's just like a thank you tag. Caution: when opening this dual-sided first aid kit, place case horizontally flat on one side to prevent contents from spilling out. Okay. I'm just looking to see if there's anything else. Oh, so it's like, oh, okay. I don't know if you, so if you guys can see this, like if I unclip this right here. Oh, alright, yeah. So if I unclip this, if I clip this off, only this side will open. And then if I clip this one, only this side will open. So, we'll go with the top side first. This one. Pop this open. I think this is what they mean by lay down horizontally. So this is just basic, you know, basic stuff. We got your alcohol pads, the insect pads. I think these are gloves, bandages. I'm not going to open any of this stuff because I do actually intend to use this. This isn't something I'm just going to rip apart for review. What is this? Oh yeah, it's gloves. Yeah, we got gloves. We got bandages, antiseptics, more bandages, glow stick, which I don't know why that's in here. So yeah, this is basically just your average stuff. So we got tape. These are the finger bandages, I think, or the butterflies. Yep, the butterflies. Get in there. More bandages. This side is essentially just like your basic first aid. Glow stick, you know. Those look like big butterflies. Yep, those are the larger ones. Antiseptic, stuff like that. So there aren't anything crazy in this side. So I do like how it's all very nice and neat. A lot of the times when you get these first aid kits, like I have a few of them, they're very not neat. I think I have like one that is essentially kind of like the same thing as this, but it's a little bit bigger, and it is the only one that I have that's very nicely kept together. Every other one I have is not very nicely kept together. It's very, very messy. So that's nice. These are really, it seems like decent stuff too. The whole thing doesn't feel cheap. So that's good. Put that back together. So now we can flip it over. Again, it just lists all your stuff. I don't understand this. The mini first aid. I don't get that. have found the mini first aid. It's this one. Emergency blankets. That is the ice pack. Abdominal bandage. Some popsicle sticks. Sterile gauze. I don't know why this isn't on top. It should be. I think that's the moleskin. We got some Q-tips or cotton swabs. Put that back in there. Put that back in there. Try not to pop it. Emergency blanket. Looks just like your standard Mylar emergency blanket. Bandage. Triangle bandage. I think this is the CPR mask. I don't think I have one of these, which is kind of interesting that they gave me one. Another bandage. Huh. Alright, we're going to close this. Alright, so we're going to look at this. I'm just curious as to what's in it. So it says Swiss Safe First Aid Guide, and then underneath this is disclaimer. This guide is meant for informational purposes only and is no way meant to constitute medical advice or act as a substitute for seeking medical advice, blah, 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 blah. Let's see. Well, I got a coupon. That's cool, I guess. Reference icons found in this guide. So this is essentially just like if you ever had to take a first aid class for like high school or whatnot, that's essentially what this is saying, from what I gather. You know, when giving first aid, assess the scene, approach the victim, check the victim, unresponsive, sleepy, or disoriented, get help, give care, check, responsive and alert, check the victim, ask the victim what the problem is, perform an initial primary assessment, determine if there are any life-threatening conditions, blah, 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 blah. And then it goes into some specific cases. So this one is CPR for an adult, someone unconscious or not breathing, call for help, ask for a defibrillator if one is available, establish and maintain an open, clear airway, tilt victim's head back with one hand, lift up their chin, look, listen, feel irregular breathing. If the victim is not breathing, begin CPR. Give 30 chest compressions, place heel. Oh, this is actually very in-depth. Place heel of one hand in center of chest with your other hand on top and compress 2 inches at the rate of approximately 100 compressions a minute. Wow, this is actually very, very, very in-depth. Make sure the victim's head is tilted back and chin is up in open airway. Give 2 rescue breaths. Repeat. And then goes into CPR with a child. Same as CPR as adult CPR, except for one. You only use one hand. Infant, same as adult, use 2 fingers. What else we got in here? Oh, it even goes into defib stuff right here. Huh. Okay. Choking, obstructed airway. I can't fucking talk today. Victim can make sounds and cough. This is kind of good. I didn't expect this. I have a lot of first aid kits, and I don't think any of them have like something like this in here that can, like, if you actually don't have any moderate first aid training, you don't know what to do, this can actually help you out a little bit, which is kind of interesting. We got an external bleeding. Cover the wound with a compressed dressing and apply pressure. Continue applying pressure until bleeding stops. Seek immediate medical attention for serious wounds. Internal bleeding and shock. Sudden change in behavior causing confusion, agitation, shivering, thirst, weakness, and dizziness. Heart attack, stroke, wounds, which is just like small cuts. We got breaks, sprains, strains, contusions, and muscle cramps. Protruding bone, deformed limb, head, neck, and spinal injuries. Stabilize the head and neck, stop movement, maintain an open airway. Oh, these are pretty cool. These are very, very in-depth. Burns, convulsions, and seizures. I actually want to see what they do for seizures, because my sister has seizures, so like I know how to deal with them. Loss of muscle control and jerking movements of arms, leg, and other parts may last several minutes. Do not try to hold or restrain the victim or put anything in their mouth. That's true. Move. The only thing I can say to moderately contradict that is the holding of persons. Obviously, you don't want to restrain somebody, as in like you don't want to like bear hug them. But if they're sitting in a chair and they start like severely convulsing, what you want to do is kind of like gently hold them in that chair. Or if, because you don't want them falling out of the chair and then hitting their head, because that can just make things worse. Sorry, my voice. So, they are correct with like restraining, as in like you don't want to take your belt and fucking wrap somebody to a chair or something. But like if somebody like is actually having a seizure in a chair, you kind of want to hold them in the chair. Or what you can do is take them out of the chair and kind of like lay them down, put them on the side, do stuff like that. Be prepared to give CPR if victim becomes unresponsive. Call 911 if the seizure is severe and lasts more than 5 minutes. Yes. Or the cause of the seizure is unknown. That's pretty good. As somebody who deals with a person that has seizures quite often, that's pretty spot on. Got poisoning, allergic reaction, bites and stings. What's with the poisoning? Chest or abdominal pain, trouble breathing, nausea, vomiting, dizziness, and sweating. Burns around the lips, tongues, and skin. Poisonous plant substances and gases in the area. Call poison control. Get victim away from source. Assess victim's level of consciousness. Provide care for any life-threatening conditions. If victim is conscious, ask questions, get more information. We got snake bites, bee, insect bites, animal bites, mouth and tooth injuries. Okay. Broken or missing teeth. Have victim hold broken tooth in mouth or place in container of whole milk or 0.9% saline solution and transport immediately to dentist. Okay. Oral, lip, tongue injuries. Apply cold compress. Bleeding in mouth. Sit upright. Chemical in eye. Eye injuries. Cut, scratch, or embedded object. I don't like the sound of that. Difficulty breathing. Heat stroke. Heat exhaustion. Frostbite. Hypothermia. Okay. And then there's some extra blank pages. This is actually pretty neat. They should honestly just like, what the hell? They should honestly just sell this fucking thing on its own for like $5. That's pretty cool. That's definitely nice to have in this kit. So here's this thing. I think this is the mini first aid kit, but I don't really understand the point of it. Yeah, it is. So we're gonna take the stuff out. Safety pins in there too. Alright, so yeah, this is the mini first aid kit. I don't understand why that's in here. You know, if you're going to this kit to get that, that's just very contradictory. But what should be in here is 15 medium bandages, 16 mini finger bandages, 4 safety pins, 2 alcohol pads, 2 sterile gauze pads, 2 sting reliefs, and 1 stainless steel tweezer. So I have 2 alcohol pads, insect pads, sterile gauze, there's 2, and then these are your bandages. We've got the normal bandages, and there's the mini ones. And then I do have the other ones, the pins as well, because I had to pull them out and do tweezers. Yeah, I don't know. Like I don't dislike the fact that it's in there, because you know, more power to the person that, you know, has more medical stuff. Like that's not a problem. It's just confusing. If this was inside the roadside stuff, it would make more sense. But like there's just no reason for this to be in here, because in here has 4 to 5 times the stuff that's in this little pouch. I'm just mildly confused about that. That doesn't really make much sense. But this first aid kit, I would say, on its own, is absolutely pretty decent. You know, there's this also should be on top. That should be like right there. That shouldn't be buried. The guide should have been on top. That shouldn't have been buried underneath everything. Yeah, so this is a whole. This is So this kit is it's pretty good. I don't really have anything bad to say about it, except for the worst thing about it that I don't understand is the mini kit. That just doesn't make any sense to me. Just trying to think of more stuff to say. It's very comprehensive. It's got a lot of things in it. That guide is very, very good. Let's see what it says in the back here. Items in this first aid kit have been carefully chosen to provide comprehensive first aid care for the work, home place, outdoors, and recreational activities. Portable mini kit. This kit comes with a mini pocket-sized first aid bag, which contains 32 pieces of medical supplies for the ultimate in portability and convenience. I don't know. That just confuses me. If they were to take that out, I understand that these. So, if you don't understand, these two products that I'm showing you guys they're technically two different products that you can buy from Swiss Save, but you can put them together in the Amazon thing that I bought. So they can be sold together, but they also can be sold separately, if that makes sense. I'm just saying it really terribly. So if that mini thing was inside the Roadside kit, it would just make more sense for it to be there. It doesn't make sense that there is a mini first aid kit inside of a large first aid kit. You know, because a lot of the stuff that's in there is just in here. So it's just I don't know. It's very confusing to me. Because you know, you open that small little pouch, and you open this, everything that's in that small little pouch is right here. You know, the only thing that isn't in there is the tweezers or in here, excuse me, is the tweezers and the what was it? The safety pins, and that's it. But like everything else is in here, so I don't know. I'm just confused about that. Apart from that, it's still very good. Like this, don't get me wrong. This is I have a lot of first aid kits. This is definitely one of the better ones I've purchased. So yeah, I don't have anything bad to say about that. Actually, now that I think about it, let me look at something. So, if you don't know, your antiseptics and your alcohol pads, anything that has you know what? There is something that I can critique that I'm sitting here thinking about it. Your alcohol pads, your antiseptics, I don't want to take these out and make a fucking mess with them, so I'm trying to do it very, very carefully. And what is this? This is the bug right. Yeah. So these things, anything that is of I don't really know how to phrase it, but anything that is moist, we'll say for lack of a better word, or like a cream, they will have expiration dates on them. So if you can see, I hope it's not too blurry on camera, right there is your expiration date. So a good thing to check for every single first aid kit that you own and or buy is what the expiration date on all your stuff is. So I'm looking, this is expired. The antiseptic is expired. And like it's quite decently expired. I just thought of that when I was putting everything away. So the antiseptic expires in excuse me. I'm wrong. That is the manufacturer date. They moved it from these ones. The antiseptic is not expired. So I apologize. My bad. So right now the expiration date for this package, it's probably going to be all of them because they're probably all made around the same time. This package of antiseptic is what is that? Sorry, I can't really see it because it's so tiny. August 19th, 2025. This is November 17th, 2025 for the insect stings, and this is, hold on, January 27th of 2026, I think. That one's all jammed together. So yeah, they're not expired. I do apologize for that. I was looking at this one, and this one has the manufacture date and the expiration date like right next to each other, but it's different on these than it is on that. So I apologize for that. But what I can say is, I'm gonna flip this over again. There is not any form of ibuprofen or Tylenol in here, or excuse me, acetaminophen. I shouldn't say Tylenol. There is no form of oral pain relief. So they were talking about broken bones and stuff like that, and there are some things in here that you can use to deal with broken bones. There is no form of oral pain relief. So there's no ibuprofen, there's no acetaminophen, there's no what the hell is Aleve? I don't know what the medical term of it is off the top of my head, but there is none of that in here, which is actually kind of interesting, because usually there is in these kits. I have plenty of them that have some form of ibuprofen in them. So that's my only thing that I'm going to complain about. There's no form of ibuprofen or Tylenol, or God damn it, I keep saying Tylenol, or acetaminophen or anything like that inside this. Other than that, it's pretty good. So let's put this back together, and then I'll get the other one up here. One other thing I'd like to comment on before we get into the roadside stuff is actually there's not a flashlight in there, which a little pen light is really nice to see. Like they were talking about like choking and whatnot, like you could look at somebody's throat and whatnot. That would have been better than the glow stick. I don't really understand the glow stick. So if it were up to me, I'd rather have the glow stick switched out for some form of pen light. But on the other hand, pen lights are usually not inside of normal first aid kits, which is kind of what that is. They're more in trauma kits for like checking pupils and everything. So like I get it, but I would have much rather had a pen light than a glow stick, just because it'd be a little more useful. But that's just me. All right. Now we got the roadside stuff. From what I can feel, it's a bag. It's not hard-sided. I'm probably crinkling everything, so I'm sorry. It's not hard. This is a cloth bag. There's no reinforcement in the cloth bag that I can feel whatsoever. So I'm gonna rip this open. We're gonna look at it. Oh, it's like a leather. Oh, that's weird. Alright, so we got this bag. It's got a pouch in the front. There's nothing in it. It's also got these weird, like... It's got these weird straps that I can't do anything with. I don't like that. We got D-buckles. Yeah, that's kind of it. Open it up. It smells very rubbery, but I think that might just be the jumper cables. That's what it looks like when you open it. That's the high-vis vest. There's more glow sticks in here. Glow sticks. Some tools. The high-vis. Compressed towel. Oh, this thing feels so cheap. Tire gauge, I don't like that. Ice scraper, which it's an ice scraper, you know. What the fuck? That's everything out of the bag. I already don't like a lot of things in here. I'm just gonna be dead ass honest with you guys. So we got a bungee cable, a poncho, which feels so cheap. Hold on, sorry. I'm lost in the sauce right now with all this stuff. The work gloves, these feel okay. They're just work gloves, you know, not anything crazy. It's just so you don't get your hands all fucked up. Some zip ties, obviously the ice scraper. This fucking screwdriver, if that's what you want to call it. Some electrical tape, which look okay. Yeah, it looks alright. We got a whistle, which works. It just feels so cheap. And then jumper cables, which they look okay. The only issue I have with them is the cables are very small. Usually with jumper cables you want bigger cables because the bigger the cable the easier the current goes through. So these are I haven't used them, and I don't really have any necessity to use them right now, or I would go test them. But they feel okay. They don't feel super cheap or anything. They just don't feel top quality, you know. The alligator clips feel okay. They just I don't know. There's some things in this kit that I fucking hate already, like that screwdriver. I don't even want to call it a screwdriver. This is okay. They're just not the best. They could have been better. Obviously high vis. There's 2 glow sticks. There is some things in this kit that are not in it that should be, though. This also just like, I don't know if you can hear that. It's so cheap. I feel like if I put this in that bag wrong, I'm gonna break it. Ugh. This is plastic. This isn't even metal. Ugh. And you got this fucking screwdriver, which is just like I get it. I understand what they were going for. They were going for like a universal screwdriver. But here's the thing. You give me this, which is just like this is a piece of junk. I don't care who you are. You might be able to get away with using this thing for some easy household uses and whatnot, like maybe like taking a screw out of a kid's toy and replacing it. But for actual like use, this thing isn't gonna fucking work. I'd break this thing in 2 seconds. I can tell you that right now. But they give you this, and I get it. They want you to have the universal two-sided screwdriver in case you needed to use it. But here's the thing. With this drive kit that they give you all these bits. So what the fuck is the point? What is the point? They give you the bits, they give you the extenders. These bits also seem pretty nice as well. They seem decently high quality. I don't know so much about this thing, because this thing just looks so weird. Oh, and it's broken. Awesome. Oh, it's not broken, it's crooked. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's crooked. I can unscrew this. I guess I can put bits in there, if need be. This comes off. Yeah, this is okay. I'm not a fan that this is crooked though. That bothers me. I also don't understand why that's there. Why are you there? What are you for? This thing's a little weird. I don't know if you guys can see that this is crooked, but it's crooked. It's going this way. Yeah, but I don't understand why they give me this, which essentially will turn this into a screwdriver, which has decent bits on it. It has one less Phillips head than a flathead, though. I don't really understand. And then give me this fucking piece of junk. The tools seem kind of okay, except for that screwdriver. These seem alright. Though, people are probably going to get angry about this, me saying this. I don't understand why they only gave me millimeters. So, these are all millimeters. There's no SAE sizes, which is this one fucked up? That one looks like it's fucked up. I can't tell. Oh, you guys probably can't tell. It looks like it's squished. I don't have anything that I can test it with. They're also really sharp. I don't know. I'm very unimpressed with this kit. What the fuck is in... I'm very unimpressed. Like, the first aid kit was nice, but this roadside kit is kind of shit. I'm just gonna be honest. Like, this, I bought this entire thing worth 70, it was like $70, and I don't know. It's not bad. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, some of these things, like, having some of these things over nothing is a better option than having nothing. But this roadside kit is not good. It's not bad, but like it's not good. These, I don't like the fact that there's no SAE sizes for these sockets. And I understand that like I can use these on certain SAE heads, like bolt heads, but not all of them will perfectly fit, and then you can possibly strip one out and so on and so forth. They're also like really roughly done. Like it's like they were cut off of something, because this one literally has a fucking piece of metal on it that's sticking off that like I can cut myself with. See if I don't really have any, like a piece of paper or something that I could show you. Oh, let me do this. No, that's not working. Yeah, I'm just not impressed. I don't know. I'm not impressed. Like, I can't believe this thing is fucking bent. The screwdriver's terrible. This feels like I could get it at the dollar store for $1. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm literally at a loss for words. I mean, at least the gloves are nice, I guess. And the bungee cord, I guess. Everything else just feels so cheap. Like I don't even know how much this is on its own. Hold on, let's find out. So I can't find the roadside kit on its own for a price. I'm looking right now on the Amazon, and I cannot find it on its own. It always has the first aid kit with it. However, the first aid kit on its own is it's about $52, which I personally think that's a little bit expensive for what's in that kit, especially because you can go to Walmart and buy one for about $30 that has more in it. But that kit is $50, which means that this roadside kit is about $20. and it fucking shows. It shows that they spent more of the money on the actual first aid kit than anything. This roadside kit is like I said previously, it's better than nothing. Like nothing is always the worst, but I just don't I don't think it's very good. There's also some things that are missing from this kit. This is labeled as a roadside emergency kit. Okay, where is excluding the first aid kit, because the first aid kit is the best thing out of this. Excluding the first aid kit, where are my roadside emergency supplies? Why do I not have a glass punch? Why do I not have the triangles for roadside? They give you glow sticks. Why don't I have a flashlight? I don't understand. I don't understand. I bought this kit with intentions of adding it to my truck, as in like for some emergency stuff, because I don't have jumper cables or anything. So something like this is actually very nice because it comes with jumper cables, albeit the jumper cables are not the best jumper cables, but they're still jumper cables, But I don't know. I just feel like all this money, I don't feel like I paid for $60, or actually I think it's closer to $70. Hold on. Yeah, it's $70 for this. I don't feel like I paid for $70. I feel like I paid for maybe $40 to $50 worth of stuff, and got ripped off for $20. So overall, if I had to give this kit a score, 1 being the worst, 10 being the highest, I'd give it like a 6. It's okay. It's just too expensive. Now that I like dig through everything, I also kind of bought this blindly. I didn't really look into things, which is my own fault. But even then, like, you're not going to know the quality of your tools and whatnot that come in these kits until you physically get them. Like this, I'm so blown away at how bad this is. I know you guys can't really tell because it's through a camera, but this entire body of this thing is plastic. Like this, nothing in this except for the pressure valve in there is metal. This is all plastic, and it's just like, it's junk. These things are cheap. I can go to the dollar store right now and get one for like maybe $2 to $3. That's metal. It might be aluminum, but it'll be fucking metal. And just, I'm not impressed. The first aid kit is okay. I still think the first aid kit is hilariously overpriced for what you get. It boasts the number of, what is it, the 348 medical first aid supplies items, which is good, but it's not good when 300 of those items are all, Band-Aids and fucking essentially like bug sting wipes. Like I have a camping kit that I got from Walmart. I'm pretty sure it's an Ozark Trail one because Ozark Trail is just so good. I'm pretty sure I bought that for like $20 or $30, and it has 400 pieces in it, and a lot of it, like, it has ibuprofen, it has all the things that I was talking about. I don't think it has a flashlight in it, but it's not a trauma kit, so that's understandable. But I just don't feel like I feel like I got ripped off. I'm just gonna be honest. Like I feel like this kit is way overpriced, and the quality of what you get is not good. Like I can't get over this screwdriver. I just can't. Like it's fucking hollow. I'm pretty sure, like, if I actually try to use this thing in some form of application where I need to apply a decent amount of torque onto a screw, I'd break it. Whether it be the tips or I'd strip this out, like, it would be broken. However, with all the complaining that I've been doing, it's not me being salty or anything like that. It's genuinely me trying to warn anybody that wants to buy this kit that it's not the greatest kit. But what this kit is good for is building a base off of to have more items in your vehicle in case of an emergency. I don't think this thing is worth $70. I'm just gonna be honest. You can go to Walmart, you can go anywhere and buy. You could probably buy these pieces separately, except for the first aid kit. The first aid kit is the only thing that like you would actually want to spend some money on. Like if that kit itself was like $40, perfect. The fact that it's 50 is just that's getting a little high there. But what you could do is use this as a base to build off of to add more things to your vehicle in case of emergency. I'll be honest, like the gloves, the high-vis vest, I guess the glow sticks, they're fine. You know, all the things that don't require like some form of use to them, if that makes any sense. Like if you're not going to use them in your hands to fix your vehicle, it's pretty okay. But everything else is just not. Like this is okay. I wouldn't really use this. I don't think the tape is useful. You know, this thing would be fine if it wasn't bent. So like there's some good intentions, but a lot of it is just not good. Like the zip ties are good. So what you could do is you could use this as a base to, you could get the bag and everything, and then you can add to it. So you could add the triangles like I was talking about earlier to your kit. You could add your glass punch to the kit. You know, things like that. That's what this kit is good for. However, it's not worth the $70 that Amazon is trying to sell it for. That's insane. This kit is not worth $70. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Nothing in here is worth that amount of money. No, not even close. I own multiple emergency kits. I own multiple, you know, survival kits, backpacks, you know, whatever you want to call it, and it's just not. It's not. It's absolutely not. You know, even like this poncho just feels. It feels like, I don't want to take it out and unfold it because I don't really want to fold it back up. But like this thing just feels, it feels like one of those dollar store trash bags, you know, where it's like super thin, like the dollar store black trash bags. That's what this feels like. And I understand like it's a poncho, it's not really meant to be anything crazy. But again, you can go to the dollar store or something, and you can get ponchos for $1.50 that are more heavy duty than this. Like if I open this, look at this. I'm just gonna open this a little bit. Look at how see-through that is. You might not be able to see it with the light, but I can see through this almost perfectly because of just how fucking thin it is. It's insane. It's insane. This kit is not worth $70. I'm done bitching. I'm done being angry. I just want to thank everyone for coming and hanging out with me. If you really want to buy this, I'll leave a link down in the description. I don't recommend doing it, but if it's something you really want, I'll do it. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to struggle to put this thing back in the bag. I hope to see you guys in the next video, whatever it may be that I do. I plan to do more things like this. I have some other big ones planned that are a little bit better, I guess, than me sitting here complaining about something for 20 minutes. But regardless, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.